Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brian Kinard, U.S. West Territory Sales Manager with Roland DG Shape, and welcome to another Tech Tip Tuesday. Today, I'll be covering the new official Roland ISB tools for multi-unit abutment and angled screw channel milling, and these will be very useful with our Hyperdent Roland DG Shape Edition, version 9.4.3 and newer. And so, yeah, let's dig into it and find out what these ISB tools are all about. So, meet the new Roland DG Shape ISB tools. ISB, for better or worse, stands for Internal Screw Channel Bur. Easy way to remember it. And we've got three new tools. We've got a bull nose that'll cover your zirconia, your PMMA, tri-ends, things like that for your all-in-4 cases. That'll help you reach those longer screw channels that you couldn't mill out previously with our diamond tool sets, the ball end tools. This will provide a much longer reach, up to 25 millimeters, and it'll make sure that you mill out those screw channels completely. Also, we've got a couple new T-cutters, one being the 1.6 millimeter T-cutter tool for your zirconia all-in-4 cases, and then also we've got the 1.4 millimeter T-cutter tool, and that'll be for your PMMA tri-end cases, your all-in-4 tri-end cases, and these are specifically for your multi-unit abutments and then also your angled screw channels. And we'll kind of dive into that a little bit more, and I'll show you why you need these tools in order to mill out these sorts of angled screw channel multi-unit abutment cases. So essentially, it can be very, very difficult to mill out your angled screw channels. They're becoming increasingly longer with your multi-unit abutments. You're actually adding more length to the screw channel. And then on top of that, you're milling out these specialty screw seats like your Rosens, your power balls, your vortexes, etc. And so it's going to be very important that you mill out any undercuts, because it can be very difficult to mill out some of these undercuts on the opposite side where the screw seat is, and you can't necessarily mill it all in one piercing go with your tool. And here you can kind of see that a little bit more. So here's your conventional tie-based milling with just a straight screw channel, and this is using a diamond tool with a ball end. And that works great for this, but what happens when you start doing your multi-unit abutments and angled screw channels? This won't be sufficient to be able to mill out this geometry. You're going to need some specialized tools like the longer bullnose tool and the T-cutter tool here in order to really complete the milling of these longer screw channels, and also completing the screw seat here. So let's dive a little bit deeper into our three new tools. First off, we've got the 1.5 millimeter bullnose tool. This will give you a 21 millimeter plus reach all the way up to 25 millimeters max to make sure that you are completely milling out an entire screw channel and not just partially milling it out. And then also on top of that, that bullnose is going to allow you to machine those tapered and those flat seats, because it's kind of a hybrid sort of shape between a ball mill and an end mill. So that way it'll be more flexible across application types, and it'll be good for your zirconia and your PMMA boring out those screw channel holes. And as I said, it's a bullnose, 2 cutting flutes, and about 20 life hours. And then also we've got our T-cutters, perfect for screw seat machining. So we've got the 1.4 millimeter T-cutter tool and the 1.6 millimeter T-cutter tool. Now that 1.4 millimeter, that's going to be good for your tri-end cases, your all-in-4 tri-end cases, PMMA. Not recommended for zirconia. We recommend the 1.6 millimeter T-cutter tool for zirconia. So they'll work in tandem with that bullnose. So you'd have a bullnose working in tandem with the 1.4 millimeter tool for your PMMA cases, and then the bullnose with the 1.6 millimeter T-cutter tool for your zirconia cases. And these T-cutter designs are allowing for finishing fully those screw seats from that interface side by approaching through the screw hole. And as you can see, that work its way up. Can actually finish if this needed like a shoulder edge here, then this tool would actually be able to go in there and mill out that shoulder edge where the other tool would not be able to reach, especially if this is an angled screw channel where that tool can't reach in. So really happy about these new tools. They can be found available from our dealers. authorized Roland dealers and also directly from our Roland DGA store. You can purchase the kit with all 3 tools. It's going to have one of each. You save $50 instantly, $399.95. It's a nice little deal. Or you can purchase them individually. Down here we have the individual SKUs. So if you just need to pair the bull nose with the 1.6 millimeter because you only plan on doing zirconia, there you go. So thank you. And that'll be another Tech Tip Tuesday from Brian Kinard and Roland G-Shape, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you again for joining us for this Tech Buzz Tip Tuesday. If you have suggestions for a future Tip Tuesday, please email us at dental@rolanddga.com.